Hi everyone, my name is Chirag Jain. I'm going to share our work on designing a variant selection framework for genome graphs. This is joint work with Neda Tavakoli and Srinivas Aluru at Georgia Tech. Graph-based pangenome references have gained significant traction during the last few years, given their ability to represent genetic diversity in a population. Now, by storing the genetic variation, genome graphs help bridge the difference between a donor genome and a reference, and thus reduce reference bias during variant calling. However, a complex graph structure containing a complete set of variation has some drawbacks as well. Unfortunately, the count of paths in a graph increase combinatorially as and when more variants are added. So the key question which is addressed in this study is how do we control the graph size without compromising read mapping accuracy? Now, if we look at the literature, most tools which operate on genome graphs find the right balance using ad hoc ways. For example, a few tools filter variants based on allelic frequency threshold. More recently, Forge method was proposed by Britt and others, which was the first method designed to prioritize variants using a mathematical model. This model accounted for properties of each variant, example, its allelic frequency, and its contribution to runtime overhead of a read to graph mapper. In this work, we proposed a new variant selection framework, which is provably good in terms of preserving mapping accuracy. Now, here's the key intuition behind the proposed framework. We seek to reduce graph size as much as possible while making sure that all paths of length alpha remain mappable to the graph while allowing at most delta differences. So consider a toy example shown here where alpha equals 7 and delta equals 2. In this case, we can remove the two SNP variants because in the reduced graph, all paths of length 7 still remain mappable while allowing up to 2 differences. Now, in practice, the alpha can be picked based on a read length. So for example, for short reads, alpha is expected to be small, and for long reads, alpha is expected to be a large value. And similarly, delta is determined based on sequencing error rate and error tolerance of read to graph mapping algorithms. So here is a complete outline of the contributions of our paper. We propose a variant selection framework subject to preserving paths of length alpha while allowing up to delta differences. We address multiple sub-problems here. For example, the objective of user could be to minimize the count of variants or minimize the count of variant containing loci. We also have to consider the different types of variation. For example, the graph could be containing only SNPs, or it could be a generic graph containing SNPs, indels, and structural variation. Using various algorithms that we propose in this study, we achieved significant graph size reduction. So as an example, using long read based parameters, which are alpha equals 10,000 base pair and delta equals 1,000, we've observed that 99.99% SNPs and 73% structural variation can be safely excluded in human chromosome 1 graph. Finally, we also considered an interesting special case of this problem, which only looks at the paths of the graph corresponding to given haplotype sequences. That is, while considering the paths, we don't allow any recombinations. We proved that this haplotype aware version of this problem is NP hard. Now, before listing the problem formulations, I want to clarify the definition of genome graphs. So here, genome graph is a directed graph where each edge is labeled with a nucleotide character, or it could be labeled with an empty character. A SNP variant is augmented as a bubble. A deletion variant would join two vertices using an empty edge. And finally, an insertion variant is added as a loop starting and ending at the same vertex. Note that any path in this graph containing alpha non-empty edges will spell a string of length alpha. So here are the problem formulations for the graphs which only contain SNPs. A reduced graph is said to be alpha delta compatible if all alpha long strings in graph G can be mapped to their corresponding reduced graph G dash with Hamming distance at most delta. So the problem one is we seek an alpha delta compatible reduced graph with minimum number of positions containing variants. In problem 2, we seek an alpha delta compatible reduced graph G dash with minimum number of variants. Depending on user's objective, one can solve either problem 1 or problem 2. So this was the case where the graph had only SNPs. Now, if we move to the case where the graph can contain SNPs, indels, and structural variation, now we define the alpha delta compatibility if all alpha long strings in the graph G can be mapped to their corresponding paths with edit distance at most delta. Now, in problem 3 and 4, we similarly define these two problems while seeking a minimum sized reduced graph, either containing minimum number of positions containing variants, and in problem 4, we desire minimum number of variants. So in this work, we address all these 4 problems using various algorithms and heuristics. For the first 2 problems, we show that these 2 problems are optimally solvable in polynomial times. For the first problem, which seeks minimum graph size with as few positions containing variants, here we adopted a greedy strategy, and we show that the greedy strategy not only returns an alpha compatible reduced graph, but also the size of the reduced graph is optimal. Similarly, in problem 2, we adopted a linear programming based solution. Now, these problems become challenging when we consider SNPs, indels, and structural variation. In this case, we proposed conservative heuristics using greedy and integer linear programming methods, which ensure alpha delta compatibility of the output graph, but it's not necessarily optimal. So the size of the returned graph in these 2 cases is not necessarily optimal. So in the interest of time, I'll only discuss the greedy and LP solutions for the first 2 problems, and the remaining solutions can be looked at in the paper. So for the greedy solution to problem 1, the graph contains only SNPs, and the goal is to minimize the positions containing variants. So in this toy example, note that there are 4 positions containing variants. The first observation to make is that, which is a simple observation, that an optimal solution will either completely remove all variants at a position or retain all variants at a position. Second, to ensure alpha delta compatibility, we cannot afford to drop variants from more than delta positions in any alpha sized window. So in this toy example with alpha equals 4 and delta equals 2, note that we will violate the alpha delta constraint if all variants from positions P2, P3, and P4 are all removed. Because note that if all of these three positions are the variants are dropped, then for this alpha sized path or window, we will have three positions where variants are removed. So this will violate the delta equals 2 constraint. Now, how to solve this problem? Here, the proposed greedy algorithm involves sweeping an alpha-sized segment from left to right. In each iteration, we maintain a count of positions from where the variants were removed in the current segment. So here, for example, the 2 variants are removed in the current segment. So this will keep track of how many variants are already removed in this current range. With this information, each iteration involves making the decision whether the variant on last position of this segment should be retained or removed. If the count of already dropped variants equals delta, then we choose to retain this variant, otherwise we drop that variant. The nature of this algorithm is greedy because we make this decision immediately without considering any after effects of this decision. However, we show that this algorithm is actually optimal and the resulting graph is alpha delta compatible and optimally reduced. So in problem 2, where remember that we had only SNPs, but this time we have to minimize the count of variants. So not just the positions, but the actual total count of variants have to be minimized. Now, in this case, we formulate all the alpha delta constraint as a ILP system. So suppose xi are the Boolean variables indicating whether the variants at positions are removed or retained. In total, we need n constraints to ensure alpha delta compatibility. And finally, we need to maximize the count of variants removed. So for example, if we remove the variants at positions P1, then this would lead us to a gain of 3. So therefore, 3x1 is a term involved in the objective function. Although solving ILP is NP complete, the constraint matrix here has a special structure of having consecutive ones in a row. It turns out that this special case of ILP is known to be optimally solvable in polynomial time using LP relaxation. Now let's look at how these algorithms work in practice. To test these algorithms, we used variational graphs built from chromosome 1 and chromosome 22 of human genome. We used a variety of variant sets. For example, the first case is containing only SNPs from 1000 Genomes Project. The second is SNPs plus short indels from, again, 1000 Genomes Project. And finally, the third set of variants contains insertion and deletion structural variations from a recent paper. So in total, because there are 2 chromosomes and 3 types of variants, we get 6 genome graphs from these data sets. Finally, for the experiments, we will use a variety of alpha delta settings. And this is particularly motivated by the short and long reads properties. So for example, for short reads, we would want a smaller alpha value, which is, let's say, 150 base pair. And as we increase the read lengths, we would want to test the algorithm with longer alpha values. And the delta value in this case was ranged from 1% of alpha, 5% of alpha until 10% of the alpha value. So, so in this first figure, I want to show you the magnitude of graph reduction achieved in the case where the graph contained only SNPs. So here I'm showing you the performance of two algorithms that we looked at in the presentation. So first is the greedy algorithm, and the second is the linear programming based algorithm. On the left, upper left side, I'm showing you the count of variants retained for alpha, keeping the alpha fixed with 150 base pair. So this is for short reads, basically. And the delta is ranged from 0% all the way to 10%. So 0% basically means that no variants are removed. So this is actually showing that the original graph contains 6 million variants. But as I increase the delta value from 1% to 10%, note that the count of variants retained decreases fast because the y-axis is log scaled. So if I am able to tolerate differences of 10%, then I only need 0.2% of variance in my genome graph. Whereas if I'm able to tolerate 5% delta, then in that case, I only need 6% SNP variance in my genome graph. Similarly, the same figure is drawn for long alpha value. So this is for long reads. In this case, the graph size reduction is even more drastic because if I see delta equals 10%, I'm able to go down from 6 million SNP variants all the way to only about 670 SNP variants left in the genome graph. We can also look at the same graph size reduction statistics when we consider only the structural variation. So in case of structural variation, we tested 3 heuristics that were implemented in this paper. The first is a greedy heuristic, and the other 2 heuristics were implemented using an ILP solver. Now, remember that the structural variations are significantly larger in size compared to point mutations. So therefore, removing any structural variation will lead to significant change in edit distance in the graph. So as one would imagine, with short reads, we are unable to remove any structural variation from the genome graph because the 10% of 150 is only 15, and 15 differences are too small to allow any reduction in graph size. However, with long reads with alpha equals 5,000, we reduce the graph size. So starting from containing 6,500 structural variations, we were only left with about 2,500 structural variation in the genome graph. In terms of runtime, the greedy versions of these algorithms were generally faster than LP and ILP based methods. The slowest experiment using a greedy based solution took only 6 minutes using the chromosome 1 human genome graph, which means that the algorithm is scalable to large genomes. We did a preliminary analysis to also check how does the graph reduction impact sequence to graph mappers. So this was a very preliminary analysis done using simulated long reads and human chromosome 1 genome graph containing SVs. In this case, we observed that same mapping accuracy was achieved using a complete graph as well as a reduced graph using graph aligner method. Although we also made an interesting observation that in the reduced graph, which contained fewer SVs, we observed more split read alignments. So in this case, 209 versus 2, due to absence of SVs in the graph, which is what we would expect. So to conclude, in this paper, we showed a novel mathematical framework for variant selection. This resulted in significant variation graph size reduction while guaranteeing bounds on the errors tolerated in the graph. The implementation of all these algorithms are available on GitHub. So this implementation would take from a user the input VCF file as well as the alpha delta settings, and as output, a user would get the reduced VCF file containing a subset of variation. And this will be beneficial for downstream pangenome analysis so that we don't have to deal with large complex graph sizes.